Hey everyone, I'm Matt Niblock with Fancy Friday, and welcome to the Fancy Friday Show. Today I have a special guest with me, Leslie Garman from the Des Moines Area Religious Council, or as it's better known, DMARC. Leslie, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me. We so appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So before we jump right into DMARC, I wanted to remind all of our viewers that Casual Friday is canceled. That's right, we're putting the sweatpants back in the closet. And I know it's hard. So today I have one of my favorite pieces of casual clothing. It is a tank top, a Michael Jordan tank top, which I'm a big fan of. Leslie, do you have any of your favorite casual clothing with you today?
I do. Well, I'm wearing the DMARC staff shirt, which you can't tell, but says DMARC. I have our fabulous volunteer shirt, which our volunteers wear in the warehouse and helping us in the community. And I have something kind of fun that we did about a year or so ago called the Get Fresh with Us. We have a couple of versions actually that Raygun helped us with, since we're all about healthy food for people in need. The freshness kind of rocked. So if people want to purchase a shirt, they can get that either through me or through Raygun. I believe they're $20 a shirt. So yeah.
Awesome. Go out and get those shirts. You got to stay fresh. That's perfect.
Absolutely.
So just reminding everybody, we are going fancy this Friday. So we are inviting everyone to cancel Casual Friday with us and get fancy. So I know we love these clothes so much, but we're getting rid of them this week. We're dressing fancy so that we can help support DMARC. So let's get back to our main topic though. Leslie, can you tell us a little bit about what you do with DMARC?
You bet. I am the Development and Outreach Director, and basically, bottom line, that means I raise the money so that we have food and operations to support our community. And every year we support our community primarily through our 14 area partner pantries and our mobile pantry locations. The food insecurity is really a huge focus. It's our primary focus. We've been doing that kind of work since the 70s. Actually, DMARC was founded in 52 to meet basic community needs, basic human needs, but food insecurity is kind of stuck since the 70s when families were making choices between food and fuel during the fuel crisis. That's really when the first DMARC warehouse started among faith communities. And since then, unfortunately, we've just continued to grow and grow. And we have 14 partner pantries that many folks would be familiar with in all areas of Polk County. And then we have 3 actual mobile pantries that go to various sites within the community that oftentimes are called food deserts. And those are areas where it's difficult to access a traditional grocery store in a way. So anyhow, those are the things that we do. And last year, in which we go fiscal year, we can show numbers by calendar or fiscal, but if I go by calendar year, we assisted 56,000 unique individuals in our community by providing food assistance to them. So a lot of people.
Absolutely. And such an important thing, of course. I mean, food insecurity, if you don't know where your next meal is coming from, it's really hard to be productive in other areas of your life. So it's such an important thing for us to focus on here locally. So on a day-to-day basis, I mean, what types of things does DMARC do to help fulfill that need?
Right. So in our building itself, currently, half of us is, I would say less than half actually, is the administration part where we have staff, our CEO, our finance person, our data person, we have an interfaith coordinator who is actually kicking off the interfaith leadership camp this week, which is awesome. That's the other part of our important work, is creating interfaith connections to continue our efforts in the community. It just happens that food insecurity is something that no matter your faith tradition or your congregation, it's usually something that is a primary concern. So folks that's really where we started. But the other part of our building is totally dedicated to our warehouse. And in there is our food pantry director, our warehouse manager, and our drivers. So on a day-to-day basis, you might see one of our trucks either delivering food to area pantries, or sometimes our pantries come to us as well to pick up food. Food rescue or recovery is a huge part of what we do. And so, for example, in Grimes, there is a Walmart that oftentimes will freeze meat before it goes out of date, and we will pick it up and then bring it back here, and then we will disseminate it among our various pantry locations. And so what's really neat about DMARC is that people can access any one of our partner pantries, and we provide a core supply of food which lasts for them and their household about 3 days. They can do that at any pantry that makes sense for them. So if you live in Urbandale but you work on the south side, you might find it most convenient to go to our mobile pantry, or vice versa. Oftentimes the services provided for folks who need help are in such limited hours or places that it's difficult for people to navigate that system. And I like to think of DMARC as the great equalizer, where you can go wherever it makes the best sense. So if you're a single mom trying to juggle 3 kids and you don't have a car and you have to work with a bus schedule and you're working with multiple jobs, you can imagine picking up food amongst all of that might be really challenging.
Right.
And so having that available and that flexibility for folks in need who are already juggling multiple issues can be really, really helpful for folks. The other thing is that at our pantries, you're going to find the same quality and quantity of food. It doesn't matter whether you go to a west side pantry or a south side pantry or a north side pantry, you're going to get the same basic core supply of food, and it's reliable. That's something that is somewhat unusual at pantries across the country. We work really hard to never create an atmosphere of scarcity. So we're always going to have that core healthy food supply for folks in need at any one of our pantries, which is incredibly important.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And I love the idea. You keep mentioning the mobile pantry, you know, where you go to places where the need is greatest and you
Yes.
say, hey, come and get, you know, which is fantastic.
We've literally had seniors in wheelchairs coming on with their wheelchair, and sometimes motorized, but they will come to us up to half a mile to get food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That exemplifies the need so greatly. And it's
It really
incredible.
does.
So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the viewers then. How can they help, you know, you fulfill the mission?
Yeah, well, kind of great segue in mentioning the mobile food pantry, because that's one of the best ways that people can help us. Oftentimes, you know, with food insecurity, you think of sorting food in a warehouse. And although we have that opportunity, maybe a little bit less right now during the pandemic, but traditionally we do have that opportunity. One of the biggest areas that folks can help us with is by volunteer to be a shopper with the pantry client to help them select food. Traditionally, we have a choice pantry system where we might have a couple of options of food. So in a category of fruit or vegetable or meat, there's options. Oftentimes refugees who come to this country and might need a little extra help, they don't know what to do with pasta sauce, or they don't know, you know, so
Sure.
having other options available for folks so they can select is great. And having volunteers help our mobile drivers. If you think about it, our mobile drivers, they have to do a client intake. They have to drive a mobile, which is no easy feat. And they're kind of a one-stop shop. So they're setting up everything. So having volunteers assist us is just really critical. And maybe even if you're part of a group or organization and you want to adopt a particular site or time, we're happy to make that happen. So that would be one really wonderful way that you could help. Another way is through committee work. You know, we had our first signature event a couple of years ago. This year it went virtual, but it's a food and beverage sampling event. It doesn't get more fun than that, right? So
Right.
help us invite restaurants and other folks to participate, basically taste test as you're going, right? So having volunteers assist in either in committee work. Right now we have opportunities with our development committee, with our signature event committee. We have a committee called the Food and Fun Drive Committee, and we have a young professional committee, which they get to kind of decide what they want to do for the year. They traditionally meet quarterly and they do a service project in between, and it's a great way to connect with fellow professionals. So those are a few of the opportunities.
Fantastic. So definitely volunteer, join a board, and I will, of course, put out there, donate for sure. And after this video, definitely check the comments down at the bottom, because we will have a link where it'll be really easy for you to go ahead and do that. Or you can text DMARC to, what was it, 56655? You
got it.
Perfect. Oh, I nailed it. So yeah, you can just text DMARC to 56655 and you can make a donation that way as well. So plenty of different ways to help. So Leslie, definitely thank you so much for your support of our community with DMARC. And I just want to remind everybody that you can join in on the fun as well. So this Friday, help us cancel Casual Friday, and we're making it Fancy Friday. Don't forget to donate. Just like I said, any donation will help. If it's $5, $10, whatever you're able to give, it just helps DMARC to support that mission. But before I let you go, Leslie, being the Fancy Friday partner, I now need to have you select my jacket for this week. So I've got a couple different options for you. Awesome. So first option is a red jacket, and the other one is a blue jacket. So which one are we going to go with this week? Well,
I have to go with the DMARC blue. I really like how fancy it is too. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is one of my personal favorites. So I'm very glad that I get to wear it again this week.
Awesome. I will have to wear something blue too.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll make it a blue wave for this Friday.
Awesome.
So,
thank you.
Yes, of course. So thanks so much, and we'll see you on Friday.